Raspberry's paint job. And there is a Euctibonian one, and I think there's another one. That'd make 4. I don't actually know how many there are. Either way, we can't actually change that color, apparently. But when you unlock different paint jobs for doing certain things, like beating it on New Game Plus or a higher difficulty or something, you can push select or back and it'll change the paint job. Apparently we're not allowed to change the paint job from this. At least not at the moment, but look! We look all cool. And now it actually says Raspberry's launch rather than War Dog launch. It says you can have any color you want as long as it's black. I know there's different colors, and I know you can change them because I have done so before, but it may need to be New Game Plus.
How you feeling?
Doing alright?
Solo flights can be real lonely. But
Yeah.
That's what flying's all about, really. Take a look at your search radar. The enemy's radar range is marked out by those circles. Make sure you don't enter any of those circles, and fly to the east. The enemy radar's coverage area is smaller at low altitude.
Indeed it is!
Keep your altitude low and slip past the radar to go in. This is strictly a recon mission, so you will be unarmed. So unfortunately, you won't be able to destroy the enemy radar. Sorry.
Why didn't you give me missiles, you
Maintain radio
fools?
silence until you reach the destination.
I'm not the one talking,
Explain the
Pops.
target and how to photograph it. Got it?
Maybe you need to chill, Pops.
Make sure you don't
Go a
get
little
caught
bit
with
slower
the
through
coverage
here.
area of the enemy radar. Good luck. We'll go into radio silence in a moment. Hang in there till the next transmission.
I think you're meant to mostly follow the river. For the most part, obviously. That's why the river's there, by the way. Give you a visual guide on where you're supposed to be going. Plus it gives you a low point where you can go down like this and actually reduce how far the radar goes, which is always a good idea. They think about these things. A maze mission in a plane, yes. They think about these things when they design these missions. It also makes the mission drastically easier when the game basically just tells you where to go. It's not the fastest way to get there, obviously. You might notice I've already skimmed over some bits of land, but it's the safest way to get there. I think the fastest way to get there almost involves like just a couple of straight lines. Need to go over this bit here. And then we have to get really low and then kind of like squeeze through here somehow, I think. Yeah, we have to get really low. Sometimes it looks like you can't get through because you're a little bit too high, but for whatever reason the altitude changes it so much, it's ridiculous. Sometimes it's a little bit silly when it changes that much. I know... Don't beep at me, plane. I know my plane's like right next to the water, just chill for a second.
Alright, you've arrived over the target area. Cancel radio silence. I'm monitoring your status with a low-resolution camera.
A low-resolution
Something's
camera?
being moved from the mine entrance to that transport plane. Okay, let's get a photo with the mine entrance and the transport plane in the frame.
No.
The camera's triggered by the missile launch button. Press it to take a picture.
It's like Pokemon Snap over here.
Photo received. We want the mine entrance and the transport plane in the same frame for evidence.
Yeah.
Let's try again.
Won't you tell me to try again? My minimap appears to be glitching out, because there's radar coverage over everything. Is that better?
We want the mine entrance and the
That is the mine
transport plane in the
entrance.
same frame for evidence. Let's try again.
Does he want that transport or the transport plane?
Photo received. We want the mine entrance and the transport plane in the same
What's the
frame
transport
for
plane?
evidence.
This is the mine entrance. What you want about, man? I already got you that. I thought I did. Or does he want both of the planes in the mine entrance? I don't know. Both targets? Eh. There's my radar glitching out again. Apparently if you go over here at a certain altitude, it freaks out. Well, for God's sake. For God's sake, man. How small is the frame? Is it that little square thing there? Although that's actually part of the UI. It's hard to tell. Also, how close do I have to be? If I knew how close I had to be, it'd probably be a little bit easier. Like, can I just do this? Apparently that works. Whatever. Oop. I am bad at photos. I never played Pokemon Snap, so I don't have any experience with photo taking. Hello. Sure. I sucked really bad at the stationary thing, so... I win! It's a lot easier when I know I can just take a picture from far away. Please stop shooting missiles at me. Seriously, stop launching missiles at me. Oh, well, okay. No, I didn't. Thanks for telling me that. DY. I guess that would make sense, considering, you know, running away. Yeah, they turned the radar off so I could take pictures. They didn't actually, there's just no radar over there. And it's black. And because this is the first sighting of this plane, that's not actually a color they're familiar with, which is cool. So they see a black plane appear. They're like, what is this? Whose plane is this? Why is it black? It's a good thing this thing's so fast. Apparently went the wrong way. Apparently I needed to return west. Did I go east? I followed that river. Oh, I came from southwest. Okay. That's gonna make it marginally harder. Thankfully, they appear to be fairly... they appear to be fairly lax with the missile launching. At least we get to hear all the dialogue. No, I'm a jet. I'm working on it, chill out. This isn't a plane, it's a drill. How are they flying drills around? Oh, hi, Edge. How you doing, buddy? Just kinda chilling there? It was a trap. You want to end the mission? There it goes. Hello, Moomin. Look at my black plane and all of its black glory. That's an intimidating jet if ever there was one right there. Anyway.
Planes, begin landing checks. You're cleared to land.
Curious why they have you land after this mission. Also, that's a heck of a landing strip. That's a really long landing strip. I wonder what they actually use this for. Let's be honest, you don't need this long of a landing strip for jets.
You're coming in too fast. Slow down.
I know. Hold your ponies, game.
1 mile to touchdown.
It's not the first time I've landed. Jeez. Pop. Suppose I should keep the brakes applied rather than just, you know, rolling all the way down the runway. You're checking Twitter for announcements and saw nothing. I posted on Twitter and Facebook and Google Plus and Steam and your email if you're following me on Twitch. And then all of the other things and then stuff. Don't you snuff me, Mr. Moomin.
The recon mission in the mining facility was a success. The images taken clearly show aircraft from the Yuktobanian Aggressor Squadron parked next to planes from the mysterious 8492nd Squadron. We will continue to analyze the photographs you took.
You're darn right you'll continue to analyze my... Analyze? That's not what I meant to say at all. Anyway... Moomin can't win. This is in fact correct, yes. Moomin is legally not allowed to win. If Moomin were to win, the contest would then be forfeit, and no one would get a prize. Curse you, Twitter, and your lateness. I don't think Twitter was late. Twitter sends out messages when I send them. I don't think Twitter has a delay or anything.
Analysis of the surveillance photos taken on the previous mission revealed tactical nuclear weapons of the same type used by Belka in the war 15 years ago. These weapons, hidden in the mine, are about to be retrieved and deployed to the 2 aggressor squadrons in Ossia and Yuktobania. The President has made his decision. Destroy the entrance to the mine before the next nuclear weapon is removed from the shaft, and bury those weapons of evil inside for good. This mission will be carried out with the usual 4-ship formation. You'll need powerful and numerous weapons on target to destroy the rock face above the entrance.
No you. Operation Deep 6. Also, I've confirmed it, there are 27 + 1 missions. So that's a thing. Moomin is giving us his life story. Didn't ask for your life story, Moomin. Good God, man. We can afford a couple more FA-22s. That'd give us 3 of those and 1... This is primarily a ground attack mission, though. So we'll back out of this real quick. Do we have a 4th man? We do have a 4th man. I don't remember who it is, though. Let's click start mission, figure out what they ask for this mission. Primarily air to ground, yeah. So, we'll be using probably all 3 of these.
Captain, please choose my plane.
I will choose your everything.
Captain, please choose a plane for me.
That puts us almost to the air to ground requirement, and then we'll just slap you into something. Actually, you know what? Back out of that? No, not all the way out of it. I didn't mean that far, game. Good God, man. Suddenly Vintic. Start mission. Getting distracted. Swordsman. Is that who's following me? I guess so. I will take the FA-22. And then everyone else gets an F-35.
Captain, which plane should I use?
Since I'm fully capable of dealing with ground targets in an interceptor, so that gives us full air-to-ground. And way more air-to-air than we need. Like triple the air-to-air.
Are we launching in this formation?
Sure.
Rosgrees, launch!
It's a bit ridiculous on the quantity of air-to-air that I am capable of dishing out in this mission.
Blaze, you are cleared for takeoff.
You can have a takeoff as well. Man, so many takeoff and landings at the last part of the game. I don't remember that. Not that there's any reason for me to keep doing them at this point, but, you know, it's not like they take very long, so... Don't you magnetize me to the ground, game. Also, I think to finish it sooner, you can just do this, which realistically this jet would not be capable of doing, as people have mentioned, but whatever.
Altitude restrictions canceled. Return to your mission. Good luck.
Since it just requires an altitude, not a speed. So you can be going 60 and just be going straight up. Although I don't think that's physically capable for that plane, even in this game. Moomin is stroking his magnificent beard.
Today will be easy since we don't have to worry about any radar. Right, Captain?
Yep.
Blaze, Archer, don't get too cocky.
I'm always cocky. Forever and always. I'm gonna blow up this watchtower for no reasons.
The captain flew around this place all by himself. Just thinking about those nukes that have
Screw your watchtowers. No one likes them. You like beards? I'm not all for beards, you know. They're there. They're a thing. Don't really care for them, but they're there. How not to fly a plane when I'm involved? Answer like that.
Sick of seeing all this hatred everywhere we go. We can't let those nukes reach the battlefield and
I should hit, yeah. Oh look, more planes! Would you like to explain to the people how not to fly a jet as well? How I'm flying it is also not how to fly a jet, but I'm doing a lot better than they are. This game's a lot more fun on the harder difficulty, but there's also a lot of chance for failure, and quite frankly, no. There's so much chance of failure, I don't want to sit there for... I thought I had a missile loaded. I didn't, apparently. For like 40, 50 minutes doing one of the early missions of the game. Especially since the mission itself is the same, just the AI is better. I don't think your AI changes.
Enemy plane spotted. All units prepare for air-to-air combat. Roger, Meteor 2. I see them over here.
But the enemy AI definitely changes. What's with these little dingles on the back of my chair there?
To tell you the truth,
I have
the
dingles.
thought of nuclear weapons just terrifies me.
Ventic's beard doesn't grow. My beard grows way too much. I should say my facial hair, because it's not really a beard.
Blaze, it's too soon to give up. There may still be something we can do.
I'm just picking random choices for those, by the way. Also, don't know why I'm blowing up these watchtowers. I just feel like doing it, apparently, so... We're gonna do it together! That's how everyone does it, together. This is a good angle. It's a fairly good angle. It was so good of an angle that it straight up killed that guy. That was a really good maneuver that almost failed to kill him. Which would have made me really sad. Why would I blow up this crawler? I don't know, but I'm going to. I blew up your crawler. Take that. I've destroyed your industry, apparently, for some
Now I'm
reasons.
thinking too much. I gotta get a grip on myself.
And wasting a bunch of missiles on ground targets, but hey! Don't tell me to pull up, game. Genetic abnormalities are afoot. Should get that looked into. Is there a second crawler here, or what's going on?
We'll stop them here.
The enemy's mirroring our movements.
Are they? I don't think they should, because I'm blowing up their crawler. I don't think that's a thing you should blow up. So what are these YFs, and how long have they been showing up? Because I've only really just taken notice of them. They seem to be better pilots than other planes we've been fighting.
Don't take your eyes off the target. Watch after your allies, too.
No. I'm actually going to set them to disperse.
Wilco!
Why not? Don't you Wilco me.
The enemy's right in front of us. We're almost there.
Seriously don't know why I'm blowing those up, so bollocks, we're just going over here. We're going to blow up that SAM site, and then
Target area.
we're going to do a whirl back around. Probably blow up all the anti-air.
Already gone.
They must have already taken away some of the nukes.
No!
We were too late. Let's destroy the mine entrance anyway.
Not the nukes.
Bed above the entrance.
The whole point of this entire mission was the nukes. Hello.
I probably won't be able to
I know.
One shot. Keep on attacking until it crumbles.
I'm aware of where the mine is. I've been here before.
Understand?
Yes. I don't want to blow up silos. I don't care.
On your place. The bedrock looks to be very thick. Focus your attacks and keep at it.
That's gotta suck to be shot with 2 missiles on the runway.
Bodies, origin unknown. These guys managed to shake off the grab-on planes. Be careful.
That was bad. For whatever reason, it refused to lock on. I did miss a few targets, yes.
Don't worry. The grab-out flight has already airlifted the cargo.
Apparently the rock bed has already been damaged. Yeah, 2 of my wing members are already shooting it, so... TY2 flight team.
Black planes up there. Be careful. Did the grab-out guys manage to leave the area?
Now everyone's worrying about black planes. That's how I like it. When they don't know who we are, but they're freaking out anyway. That was too many missiles.
The nukes won't blow up if we shoot them, right?
That's a good question. Should we be shooting this with missiles when there's nukes in there?
We'll keep them from smuggling out any more nukes.
That mountain looks a lot more.
Did that thing shoot a SAM at me? Into the wall while I flew by. I think it may have. So let's blow up that SAM site while we're here. I think it's a SAM site. If it'll let me lock on. It is.
Enemy plane on Meteor 5's tail. Cover him.
It's already being shot at, but whatever.
Don't get hit by our own AA guns.
This thing, seriously, it's just some rocks. We're shooting freaking missiles at it. Do you need this many missiles to blow up a small piece of rock bed? That's not really a small piece of rock. Or whatever.
Explosions 15 years ago.
And I can't shoot those at it. I could probably shoot a machine gun at it.
I can't imagine why the Belkans are protecting this place.
I guess Belka isn't a thing of the past, huh? No time to be brooding
There's a
over that
ridiculous
right now.
amount of damage.
Got a mission to carry
And
out.
John's leaving. Bye, John. You're gonna miss all the fun involving explosions and planes and blarg.
Are the nukes still inside that mine?
They gotta be, seeing as the enemy's still trying to protect it.
For the love of God, do I need to shoot missiles into the mine? Is that what's the problem here? It's saying hit, though. And it's locking onto the rock bed, not the mine itself.
Where did they take the nukes they brought out of there?
So I guess... Yeah, it's not even anywhere near the tunnel.
That nest of nukes.
I'll just keep shooting it then. One of these days it'll go, I don't know. Also, if someone would kill this plane behind me, that'd be great. Don't retreat. Retreating's not fun. There's a lot of planes below me.
This way! Box 2! Box 2!
There's also a plane behind me, which I'm not terribly fond of. That's a missile. I need to kill some of these planes, so let's thin them out.
Finally shook it off.
That was a very silly time to launch missiles.
Please, miss.
Please miss.
Missile off target.
Don't beg the missiles to miss. Destroy the ground targets. They're like silos down there. I don't really care about silos.
Good angles on this one.
Should I care about silos?
I can't get shot down here. I was sure I was
Hello.
gonna get secured by this.
How'd that work for you?
Almost there. Hang in there.
Actually, it's almost dead now. So my teammates have still been shooting it for a while here. That's a lot of missiles that missed. I pulled an AI and shot 1,000,000 missiles for no reasons.
Drossel 10 missile. Turn.
There we go. I like how they all have code names, like Drossel 10 is actually a plane. There we go.
Assault 8 is down.
I think this is, yeah, this is the last aircraft that I know of. That's gonna miss. Barely, but it did miss. That won't. Didn't even need to shoot a missile at that, but whatever. Alright, there's a SAM site there apparently. I don't know where that came from, but back to the rock bed after I blow this dude up. I think everyone's attacking the rock bed. Also, what is that?
Just a little bit.
Excuse me, don't drive SAM sites out of the mine. That's not how this works. That's not a SAM production facility. I don't know what you're smoking, game, but you need to stop it. Now there's SAM sites over here. God dang it.
SAM confirmed destroyed.
I'll tell them to attack, actually. That should force them to target that.
Should we split up and take care of them?
No.
This is Swordsman. Roger that. No change in strategy.
I think that's what attack does, is forces them to attack your target. Also, I forgot you can do that.
The captive's missile hit the target.
If you hold the missile fire button, when you fire a missile, the camera will actually track the missile. I don't ever use that because it'll probably result in me dying,
Finally shook off that missile.
but it's kind of cool.
Missile hit.
SAM site, please stop. Whatever you're doing, cease it.
Swordsman Roger. Engaging at will.
Swordsman's so excited about being engaged at will. Or not being engaged at will, that's probably a bad thing. I don't think you'd want to be engaged at will, but whatever. One of these days, Rockbed. There we go. Now what?
Rockbed destroyed. That case
Nothing.
will never be opened again.
We finally
GG,
sealed the
well
nukes.
played.
But there are more Belka nukes out there.
You prefer being engaged, saves you from chasing them? I suppose that would, but then they'd be behind you. They'd be behind you, and that's kind of hard to deal with sometimes. See, Zeb? I prefer them being in front of me, which would require I
Mission
engage them.
accomplished. Thanks to that rock avalanche, the mine entrance is now sealed off, and the tactical nukes have been removed as a threat to the war.
I only got an A on that. Boo.
Intel has lost track of the nukes they already removed, but it is certain that the weapons sealed in the mine shaft will never be deployed.
May not really brawl them. Some planes are not suited for dogfighting. Of course, the plane I have is suited for that, but some of the earlier planes that I got were not. I maxed out the point on Su-47, Su-74. Did you know that Fox 2 means indicates the launch of an infrared guided missile? I knew it means the launched missile. I didn't know it specifically referred to infrared guided missile. I did know it was that they launched a missile, though. I like to joke that it means they launched their second missile. I don't know why I do, but I do. And then every time they launch a missile, it's always their second missile. It's like they like their first missile. They'll never use it. It's their favorite missile, has their name signed on it, and, you know,
We've
all that.
intercepted another mysterious radio transmission. This time it specifies a location within Yuktobania. It's probably... well, this is just a hunch on my part, but I bet that's where the nuclear weapon sent into Yuktobania is located. And there's another set of numbers. This time it's a radio frequency.
Your next mission is a reconnaissance flight above a canyon in the northern highlands of Yuktobania, the place described in the unidentified radio transmission. The highlands are completely covered by the Yuktobania air defense system, so the only safe place to fly is within the canyon itself. Fly down the canyon and reach the target area. Once you're there, set your radio channel to the directed frequency and begin gathering information. You may be engaged by local Yuktobanian forces, and depending on the contents of the transmission, you may also find yourself engaging in other combat as well. You are permitted to fight the enemy as necessary, but you must try to keep your altitude below the rim of the canyon.
Spoiler! It's really bad to go above the rim of the canyon. You may have gathered that much this far. So far. Words! I am good at them. Let's investigate our aircraft purchasing capabilities. I think this is entirely air-to-air, unless I'm terribly mistaken, so... let's buy 2 more F-22As, and we'll leave 1 F-35C, so now we can do a 3 ground, 1 air, or 3 air, 1 ground without any issue. Which should cover most missions, so that's a thing. Anyway, I get one of those, you get one of those, you get one of those, and you get an F-35C.
Are we launching
Which covers all of our bases easily. Hooray!
Launch.
I am fond of efficiency. It is